So, Conleth, we now find them 2 years later in 1992, and Martin's gone from running an electrical store to having the electric switched off. So it's a little bit of a fall from grace.
It's a huge fall from grace. He's not himself at all, and he's living on poor Kath's meagre hairdressing earnings, and he's waiting for all these old acquaintances to come through with offers, and it doesn't happen. And so he has to get some work, and that's where we start off.
And what else is in store for him in this series?
Lots of humiliation, and then poor Kath's character tries to sort everything out and makes everything a lot worse. So
Kath makes everything worse, but there's not quite as dramatic as your series, but there's lots of twists and turns, and there's a huge twist in one of the episodes, which means that Kath, Diane, her sister, played by lovely Rosie Cavaliero, and Martin all have to work. Martin's lost his sparkle, and his suits have gone, and he's wearing fleeces. No, she's going to be happy, and everything's going to be great.
And she's a wise woman, that would be true, I think,
And speaking of green fleeces, I mean, look, the 90s fashion in this show is fantastic. Not a fan of the fashion.
Well, it's not that I'm not a fan, it's just that it doesn't feel period to me, because I was alive then.
Yeah.
I probably have the same clothes still that I had then, so everybody's gone, oh, it's so quirky and backward look, and I'm like, oh.
And it's Conleth's own clothes.
Yeah, it's my own clothes.
Yeah, I brought this from home.
For the ladies, it's more obvious in the ladies.
Yeah,
you're kind of just in a suit. But, you know, it's all set, as Roman said, around this electrical store. And you used to love... This sounds weird. You used to love...
Oh, I sound so sad now.
Oh, you don't.
I do sound
I
sad.
know what you mean.
Well, do you remember in the olden days, you're too young, Helen, but if you wanted a kettle, you had to go to one shop, had everything electrical. You couldn't shop around.
No.
And they were magical, these places with everything there. I actually once jibbed off Disco on Ice to go for a new microwave with my mum, because that was far more exciting than going out with my friends.
Going to find that kettle.
Yes! Oh, and it is really realistic, though, Conleth. Did you, did you empty it all and stop people from coming in when you were filming?
We weren't so bad this season, but the first season we had people just walking in.
To buy a microwave?
Well, they would see, you know, TVs for 30 quid, and they go, oh, that's a bargain.
Those old telly videos. Do you know that you used to get where
one
you
all in one, and you know, different, and just people coming in and looking around. They had to be asked to leave. It's not actually a shop; it's a
It's
cinema.
not a real shop.
People walking past going, finally.
Yes,
But Sian, you know, the writing for this as well. There's lots of inspiration that you can find online, albeit a lot of it on YouTube, and watching a lot of Top of the Pops, I hear.
Oh, yeah. We think the soundtrack is really important, and lots of people commented in the series one that the soundtrack, you know, it's anything pre-1992 is in there. So we'd spend most of our time writing just watching old Top of the Pops, 1980, and just getting inspiration from outfits and costumes and the music, so we just really wanted the soundtrack to be just as good.
It's brilliant. It's really brilliant.
And Ellie, you danced, didn't you, to this?
No, actually, I think I heard this song when I was in like one of those electronical department stores, and I think I sent it to Nikita. Like, this is what we danced to. So maybe I should have come. Did you play it at your?
What was it? I couldn't hear it.
It was I Love Your Smile.
I love you. Yeah, I'm not going to sing it because you don't want to hear my singing voice.
We'd probably have to pay for it as well.
Fantastic. Well, look, The Power of Parker returns on Friday evening at 9:30 on BBC One and iPlayer.